Okay, determine whether this scenario involves independent or dependent. Actually, I want to go ahead and find the probability too. You flip a coin and roll a die. The coin gets heads and the die shows a 1. So what's the probability of flipping a heads?
1 and 2.
1 out of 2. What's the probability of rolling a 1?
1 out of 6.
What's the probability they both happen? Multiply. 1 out of 12. And we didn't usually, we just left it like that. There were a couple of times where they said to change it to a %, but normally we didn't. So let's do it like that. Those are independent events because it doesn't matter what happened to the coin flip, doesn't affect what happens with the die roll. Number 2, a bag contains 8 red, 4 blue marbles. You randomly pick a marble and then pick a second marble without returning the marbles to the bag. So if you pick a marble out and then pick another marble out, do those events affect each other?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's dependent. Anyway, so what's the probability that the first marble is red? There's 8 red and how many in total?
1 out of 12.
12. 8
8 out of 12.
Okay, and then what's the probability that the second marble is blue? How many blues are there?
4.
How many marbles are left?
11.
11. Because we're not putting a marble back in the bag.
Yeah.
And then those reduce, and then you multiply, and it's 8 and 33. So those are dependent. Number 3, a box of chocolate contains 5 milk, 5 dark, 5 white chocolates. You randomly select and eat 3 chocolates. So you're not going to put the chocolate back. You're eating it. The first piece is milk, second dark, third white. So what's the probability of choosing a milk? Or, I forgot the order. Milk, dark, white. What's the probability of getting a milk chocolate?
1/3.
5 out of 15. Now I'm writing it like that because we're kind of doing a countdown, so it helps. What's the probability of the second chocolate we choose being dark?
5 out of 42.
Right. What's the probability of the third chocolate being white? Or white. 5 out of 13. So the 5s aren't changing because they're different kinds of chocolate. So there's still 5 of each left when we draw one. The bottom is changing because we're losing chocolates. And that reduces, I don't remember what it was, like 25 over something large. Like 500 and something. Thank you. Okay, number 4. A cooler contains 10 bottles of sports drinks. 4 lemon lime, 3 orange, 3 fruit punch. So there's 10 in total. 3 times you randomly grab a bottle. So how many events will there be? 3. You return the bottle to the cooler. I don't know why. And then mix up the bottles. So the first time you get a lemon lime drink. What's the odds you would choose a lemon lime? 4 out of 10. Second time, and we put the bottle back. The second time we get a fruit punch. Wait. Yeah. Second time we get a fruit punch. What's the odds of getting a fruit punch? 3 out of still 10 because we put the bottle back. And then what's the third time getting another fruit punch? 3 out of 10. So it's like 36 out of 1,000. I guess I could have reduced that. Oh, I could have reduced by 4 to 9 out of 250. Okay. Number 5, you flip a coin and roll a die again. But this time the coin lands heads up and the die shows an even. So what's the probability of getting a heads? What's your goal for the end of the year, Lydia?
What? I didn't say anything. I said it out loud. Oh,
that's right. You're
like a cat coming up at your ball.
Yeah. It's not a cat coming at her ball.
Okay, anyway, what's the probability of rolling an even on the die?
1, 3.
3 out of 6.
1.
1 half. I said 1 half.
Or 1 out of 2.
1 half.
You're stupid.
I'm smart.
Okay, number 6. You roll a fair 6-sided die twice, so you roll 2 dice. The first shows a 5, the first die shows a 5, the second die shows a 6. What's the probability of rolling a 5?
1 out of 6.
Yep. Some people might put like 5 out of 6, but there's only one 5 on the die. What's she at? Because this will be like the last time we'll be able to know.
Sam, are you gonna lose that paper over there?
Hang it up.
I'm gonna start a new paper next week.
No, let's keep going. No, it's like a little line.
Okay, yeah.
What if she heals over the summer?
Heels.
She's not gonna. She's gonna keep drinking Dr. Pepper.
She's a broken human being.
Really?
Okay.
Pepper isn't my cause, guys.
Or you could just count them.
It is, because you just drank one from
During
us.
this out.
I had a root beer.
What's the probability of rolling a 6?
1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. What's the probability of rolling a 5 and a 6? Okay, here's a trickier question. What's the probability of with the 2 dice together rolling an 11?
That's a good
If you roll 2 dice, what's the probability of rolling an 11? So, there's 2 ways you could do it. You could roll a 5 and a 6, like that. Or you could roll a 6 and a 5. That's the only 2 ways you get 11 with a die, with dice. So the probability of getting 6 and 5 is also that. So the probability of getting either that or that is 2 and 36, or 1 and 18. Anyway. Yeah, probably not. Okay, number 7. Next year you might need to know it. There's a probability chapter next year. You're pros at it. What are you afraid of? Number 7. There are 8 shirts in your closet, 4 blue and 4 green. You might want to diversify. You randomly select one to wear on Monday and then a different one on Tuesdays. So we're not wearing the same shirt in 2 days in a row. You wear blue shirts what day? So what's the probability of wearing a blue shirt on Monday?
1 out of 8.
Nope.
1 half.
4, yeah. 4 out of 8. What's the probability of wearing a blue shirt the next day, Tuesday?
1 out of 7.
There's only 3 blue shirts left, 7 shirts left. And this reduces.
You really tried. You know what, Trey? It's the effort that counts.
One year we had, I don't know, you guys might remember him. Had a guy help teach PE,
That's like
Michael,
2.
Mr. Griner.
Yeah.
You remember him?
There's 2 more. She held them in.
Mr. Griner?
She looked like she was gonna throw up.
Like he did PE for 1 year?
Who? Mr. Bush?
I think he did. Griner? Anyway, it was a long time. It was a long time ago, but for his high school class, at the end of the year, he bought him a little trophy, like it was plastic and like this big. And on the bottom it said, "I tried."
Oh, Stacy?
No.
Didn't Mr.
Leo.
Bush make us run a mile?
Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely did not run that mile. I maybe
I
ran,
thought it was timing us.
I don't know, I ran like 4 laps. And I saw like Lily get off the track and I'm like, my turn.
You're gonna go. Okay, number 8. A basket contains 5 apples, 7 peaches. So how many fruits do we have? How many pieces of fruit? 12. 5 and 7. You randomly select one piece of fruit and eat it. Then you randomly select another piece of fruit and eat it. First is an apple, second is a peach. What's the probability of pulling out an apple?
5 12.
5 out of 12. What's the probability of the second piece of fruit being a peach?
7 11s.
This one doesn't reduce.
Sure has the brain cell. Kind
Bro.
of. It's split
Okay, we're not doing the bottom of that page.
Yeah. Jokes dead, Sebastian. You killed it.
You guys are good at driving jokes right into the ground. Specialty. Number 13.
Especially who? Isaac?
I said that's your specialty.
Oh. But Isaac.
Chariots.
But Isaac, yeah. The whole class.
Still say monkey.
He wrote that on my paper today.
Did he actually?
Monkey.
Slapped him.
You saw him?
Good.
Okay. Number 13, you are taking a survey of your on your experience with Taco Bell.
I don't know.
For the first 5 questions, the other class got snarky at this point. For the first 5 questions, you can answer below average, average, or above average for each question. The last 3 questions, you can respond with agree or disagree. How many outcomes are possible? So we're not doing probabilities anymore. We're counting. Like how many different ways could this happen?
5 times.
So how many things are there? There's 5. Strongly disagree, agreed, or disagree. No, above average, average, or below average. I put 6 up there. And then there's 3, yes or no, agree or disagree. So how many possibilities are there with these questions? 3. How many possibilities with each of these questions? 2. How many total combinations are possible? Multiply those together. So this is not a probability, this is just a counting thing.
I got 120.
It is not right. 1944? Well, what's the easiest way we could plug this in the calculator? 3 to the 5th.
Times.
2 to the 3rd.
Coming out rapid fire.
7 today. 7.
She's going out with a bang.
Just during finals, it's gonna be just so quiet.
She'll have an epic.
It'll be so bad.
I was like not having chairs like the sound echoes.
I don't remember whose car. You're in. I haven't gone to formal. All of them run together.
You had an epic one on the way to formal.
Yeah.
Okay, 14. How many odd 2-digit positive integers greater than 20 are there? Well, it says greater than 20.
What?
Okay, so there's 2 digits.
Okay.
It's got to be greater than 20. So how many possibilities are there for the first digit? Just the first digit. How many possibilities are there? It's got to be greater than 20.
80.
No.
No, I'm talking about the first digit.
40.
No, okay. It's got to be a 2-digit number.
Two-digit number.
Yeah.
Not quite 9.
It's
It's funny.
Okay.
Sebastian.
Try
You
to
really
answer.
messed that up. 4.
Okay, it could be,
Exactly.
if it has to be at least 20, it can't be, well, 21. It can't be 0 or 1 on the front, right? So how many digits does that leave? 8 possibilities for the first digit.
Oh,
Okay,
Wait, wouldn't it be 7 since you can have 0?
0 and 1. You can have it 2, it just can't be
Someone
20.
said 8.
Yeah, I did, and I think Ava did too.
You said 80.
Like, you got the answer.
80.
Not 80. Okay, these are 2 separate things. I'm not writing 80 something. The number has to be odd. So how many possibilities are there for this digit? 5. There are 5 odd digits. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So how many possibilities are there in total? 40.
Trent, I was just a few steps ahead, though. Said 40.
Sometimes two wrongs
You are
do make it
stupid.
right.
The right answer.
Oh, maybe he thought like from 20 to 100 is 80 numbers and half of those are odd? Is that what you're
Yeah.
thinking? There you go. Number 15, how many
Stupid.
three-digit How many three-digit positive integers can be written with using only 1, 2, 4, and 7? Now it doesn't, and 8. It doesn't say we can't use them twice. So, how many possibilities are there for the first digit?
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. How many possibilities for the second digit?
5.
5. Third digit.
5.
So it's just 125. 16. In how many different, we're only going to 18 on this page, by the way. In how many different ways can a 10-question true false test be answered if you answer every question?
20.
So how many options are there for each question?
2.
So we're just going to do 2 what?
To the 10.
To the 10th. 2 times 2 times 2 times 10 times 2 to the 10th. Okay, but then they say, what if you leave some question? You can leave questions unanswered. How many possibilities would there be?
3.
True, false, or blank. So that would be 3 options per question, 10 questions. Okay, number 17. How many ways are there to write a 3-digit positive integer using the digits 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9? So it's almost the same as 15, but this time you can't reuse a digit. So 3 digits, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so how many possibilities would there be for the first spot?
5.
5. How many for the second spot? 4. Third spot?
3.
There's a countdown one because you can't reuse digits. 60 possibilities. 18, we'll stop on this one so we can. I'm going a little bit fast. I don't know why I'm going so fast. Am I going too fast? How many positive odd integers less than 10,000 can be written using 3, 4, 6, 8, 0?
I'm a little confused.
So, if it's got to be less than 10,000, how many digits could we use at most?
4.
4. 9,999 would be the biggest we could use. So there's only 4 spots, and we're using 3, 4, 6, 8, 0 for the spots. And does it say replacement? I guess we can use it more than once. So how many options are there for the first thing?
5.
Second thing?
5.
Third thing?
5.
Okay, actually, it did say it has to be an odd number.
So 5's an odd number.
You know what?
You're so stupid.
I think,
I got it right.
I didn't even try.
I think,
I wasn't wrong.
I think
I got
the
it right.
worksheet's wrong on this one now that I think about it.
Wow.
Because how many numbers could go right here?
Thinks all the time.
Shh. If it's gotta be odd, there's only one number that can go. Oh, but it did say we could replay. Didn't say we couldn't reuse them. No, never mind, my bad.
Yeah.
If we couldn't reuse the 3, then that would only leave 4, 4, 4. But it did say we can reuse the 3, so it's okay.
125.
125 possibilities.
Wait, why was the last one on 1?
Because it said it had to be an odd number. There's only one odd in our list of numbers.
Why can't you have used 3?
Huh?
Why can't you have used 3?
Yeah, you can. There's only one
number
that would fit right here that
I get what
would make it an odd. Okay, yes.
Wait, are these gonna be on the test?
Yeah, probably. Well, there's a good chance. We did this stuff. Remember?
I know, but
It's not that hard.
I just don't like it.
Well,
You're the teacher.
still, I stand by my statement. All right, did they, all right, which of those names do you guys think is the worst? There is a correct answer.
They're all presidents.
Yeah, these are presidents.
Millard?
Millard.
Millard Fillmore.
Millard.
The correct answer is Millard.
Terrible.
Millard Fillmore is a president.
It's so bad.
Lydia, you should name your firstborn Millard.
So I seen that guy named my firstborn.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you're from Kobe.
No, you seem like you named him Humphrey or something like that.
Millard.
How I name?
Grover's not.
Grover's.
Grover.
If I get a black cat, I
Grover's
would name
second
it Gerald.
place.
I name it Cat Gerald.
I'm naming Gerald.
Why not name it Gerald?
Or if it's a girl, Geraldine. Okay. Anyways, what did we do first on these like lists of numbers?
Wrote 'em out. Listen.
I do it correctly, Lydia.
That
You
picture,
taking notes?
that picture is very disturbing.
We wrote them out. What do you mean?
Like list them from smallest to biggest.
Yeah, we listed them from smallest to greatest. So why don't you guys go ahead and try and do that now? List them from least to greatest.
Least them from least what?
Least to greatest.
The ages?
Theodore Roosevelt. I believe he was the youngest president.
Really?
But when he,
I
well,
thought JFK was.
He-
This.
no, this is true. JFK was the youngest president youngest guy to win an election. Theodore Roosevelt was vice president. He became president when Grover Cleveland died.
Yeah, Tapas second of that, but.
That's just a urban legend.
It's Google
There's
says
always
it. That
a
means
grain
it's
of
true.
I
truth.
thought it was true.
Google says it.
Google doesn't
doesn't
know.
I thought it was true.
If it's on the internet.
Google was there.
It's like
They have a picture.
probably
You have
some-
a picture?
Imagine being like, just like.
Why did you do it like that?
How do you take a picture?
50, 52,
Oh, I forgot. You do it like that.
Yeah.
50s.
Why is that funny? You just skipped it
I
now.
don't know.
I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I missed one.
I only have 56.
Because it's on the
Just one
table.
of them.
64. There we go.
Number one.
Oh, why am I number 2?
You guys know who the oldest president is?
Joe Biden.
That is Joe Biden. He's 80 right now. So
Serious?
I thought it was 92.
What?
I
He
think
would,
he was
he's not gonna be alive at
Because he
92,
acts
so.
like he
Yeah.
He's so old. He's amazing. He's like ancient.
yeah, and he's still got a couple of years left too.
No.
And he might be reelected, so then he'd be really.
No.
What's
Why
wrong?
he lasts
He's not
so
gonna
Did you
be
see that like
elected.
JFK's like niece or whatever is running?
What?
Yeah.
For
Like
the-
his brother's son is running.
And so is Kanye, so.
You said
For president?
You said
Be nephew.
So yeah, it's like a niece or his nephew. Oh yeah.
Brent Peterson's running. He has a good chance.
Vote for me. I am Brent Peterson.
How's Trump?
70 something.
70.
Oh wait, are we gonna get to vote?
Trump is pretty old. He's up there,
I have
upper 70s.
Actually, wait. If the election's on the latest day possible, then I will.
You're the 8th, right?
Yeah. It has to be like.
You're the.
I get to vote.
Yeah, you can.
Boom.
I may get to vote.
You have to wait a full term.
Okay.
I'm voting Brent.
Shh. Anyway, how did we do the box plot? You guys remember?
People like
Oh yeah.
people
Can't
like
believe
you.
the country.
Yes.
Okay. Enough. So, you guys remember how we did the box plot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The smallest number, biggest number.
Middle number. And then
So 42, 64, then what?
Middle.
What's the middle number called? Median. How do we find the median?
divide.
Well,
It's in the
since there are 9 numbers up here, the middle number will be what's between 1 and 9.
52.
52.
Okay, Now, if there's, this is more useful if there's like a large number of numbers. So what's between 1 and 9 is the average of 1 and 9, which is the fifth number. The fifth number is 52, yes. Okay, then what did we put right here though?
The first quarter.
It's the median of the left side, which is called the first quartile. So if 52 is in the middle,
50.
now remember if two things share the middle, you average them, right? But if 52 is in the middle, the left side would be these numbers. So what's the median of these numbers? 47, 47, average 247. The right side is these four, and the middle is 57 and 60, and if we average those,
Oh.
58.5. Whoops. Okay,
So
then,
does mean be the mean the average?
yes, mean is average. They didn't ask on this page, but. If I was doing this number line, 42 and 64 are kind of far apart, so I would probably just count by fives here. So 40, 45.
What's that? It's like Mason's car when it starts.
I need to go to the shop and get that checked out.
His car has been in the shop more than he's been able to drive.
Mason's.
I've heard that thing start. I was like, what?
He drove it for 2 days.
Living on a prayer.
After it came out of the shop, and now it's back in the shop.
Let it go. Let that car go. Yeah. It's probably losing
What is
money
it even
on
in the shop?
If it was a dog, you'd put it down. Okay, so these five are just going to be dots floating somewhere like 42, about right there, 47, 52.
There's like a specific way you have to lock the doors on this car.
Oh my.
You have to lock it and then go around, or like the door's open, lock it, pull the handle out, and then shut it, and then close the handle, and then it locks.
I'd let somebody
Wow.
steal that car.
Yeah.
I'd let somebody try.
I mean, we're not supposed to leave it unlocked because no one knows to steal it.
Yeah, nobody's going to try to steal
It's
that.
a 92 Isuzu Trooper. No one's stealing that.
It's
thing.
like Japanese or something.
I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
A lot of cars are Japanese.
No one's stealing that.
Okay,
Like nobody's taking the phone.
so you guys remember on the outside goes whiskers, on the inside three, you put a box, and then you put a line through the middle one. Box and
How do you make that more disturbing than the actual picture?
That was terrifying.
I think it's the daughter.
It's the teeth and,
Daughters.
it's the teeth and
It's the
mustache.
It's
Yeah.
the teeth.
It's the teeth that is creepy.
Yeah. If you colored
She's
it,
so beautiful.
you should have colored it.
He's like,
I never
love his
thought.
daughter. Beautiful daughter.
Did I draw the daughter? Yeah, you helped me. I couldn't draw her.
We obviously know she gets her looks wrong. Her hair is scary. Her unibrows.
Yeah, it's the unibrow. It's all of it.
It's all
It's
intimidating.
the
It's
picture.
like Jill back to the right here.
Okay,
Yes.
then it says determine the range. What's the range mean?
The biggest and smallest. Subtract.
You do the largest minus the smallest.
22.
64, yeah, minus 42.
Are we done now?
No.
You have to do the interquartile range.
Yeah.
Isn't that the really long one though?
Okay, and then how do you find the interquartile range?
The middles,
Middle.
big middle minus the small.
Right. The third quartile minus first quartile, so 58.5 minus 47. 58.5.
That was my pencil. That was my pencil. I'll recreate the noise, guys. I'll recreate the noise. Can't recreate the noise.
I was like, no way.
I just had an elementary flashback. I was like sitting like this at my desk and I like breathed through my nose and it made a farting noise and I got blamed. I was like, no, it was my And then I couldn't do it again.
It's where it goes.
We have
You
more.
try to walk.
More bug.
No.
It's an ant.
That's not an ant.
Okay, let's look at.
You didn't
Been
know
brought
that?
not
up
watch
like
it?
5 to 7 times.
Yeah, I know.
So, and then I was like, the guy stopped right in front of me. I was like, yo, Lydia.
The yellow?
No. What? Dancing. The first day of it.
It felt like someone was calling me. I
no
really
idea.
picked up my phone.
Yes, they have.
I'm sorry.
Someone will have one.
It was
Like
Lydia
the-
the gas.
Ants are different colors.
And it's gonna be different colors.
This is all the ignorant shit.
I'm just imagining people.
What in the...
That's like there's translucent, translucent frogs.
Anyway, yeah, I know.
Anyways, okay.
This is not gonna talk.
So on the back, the frequency charts.
Translucent.
So, so it says goals in a hockey game 3, 5, 6, 7, 10. So when it says 3 goals, what does the 7 frequency mean? Yeah. It happens 7 times. So if these confuse you a lot, you could just make a gigantic list, like with 7 3s, and then there's 2 5s, and you just keep going. And then it's just like the other problems. You don't have to do that, but you could if it confuses you. So what does mode mean? Most. So what would the mode on this problem be?
3.
Yeah, there's lots of 3s. So mode is 3. What median? We kind of talked about that. But how would we find a median in a frequency table?
Add the frequencies divided by 2.
Kind of.
You add them all. You add the left column.
No.
Oh, wait, you have to make another.
Same was pretty close. Same was pretty close. So you're thinking about mean.
Pretty
So the frequencies tell us like how many games were observed, right?
Right.
There were 7 games where there were 3 goals. There were 2. So you need to figure out how many games there were, and then figure out what the middle game must have been. So if you add 7, 2, 2, 3, 1, you get 15 in the frequency column, which means there was 15 games that they must have recorded. So if there's 15 games, which game would be like the middle game?
7.
So you basically just add 1 and divide by 2. It's the 8th game.
Why do you add 1?
Okay, because you want the game that's halfway between 1 and 15, not 0 and 15.
Okay.
The first is, it just works. Anyway, so
But okay.
if you just did 15 divided by 2, you'd be finding the average between 0 and 15, which there is no 0 game. So you just have to do it, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, the 8th game is the middle game. So in this list, though, which game would be the 8th game? Well, the first 7 games were 3 goals. So the 8th game and 9th game would be in the second row. So it's 5. So yeah, median is 5. And the mean, this is probably the trickiest one on this section. She's going for a record.
She said 9.
Should have kept track of individual day records.
Last day later.
She maybe set a PR.
Next year.
If you go for 10, surely, did she ever do more than 10?
Yep.
She did 11 one
She 11?
Just focus in like.
Don't give up. Now. You're on the home stretch, Lydia.
Stop. When I go to Dr.
Yeah, as if.
Blame Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's
time.
innocent.
When your mom like walked in with the giant rooms.
When was this?
Remember when she walked in with
She used to always have a
Yes.
and it wasn't like a Dr. Pepper can. It was like
It was like a
it was like the green can. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
made
green.
with natural
They
sugar.
have green cans?
Like it was like it had natural sugar.
This was also like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't like actually Dr. Pepper. It was like an off-brand Dr. Pepper, but it was with natural sugar.
Cane sugar.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
was before she got into healthy bread.
It's like off in the
me.
All right, so the last question, focus, last question. The mean, how would we find that? Any ideas?
Add all of
Okay, well, you could do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. What's the better way to do that though?
3
times
3 times 7 plus 5 times 2 plus 6 times 2 plus 7 times 3 plus 10 times 1. So it's like 21, 15, and 12, and 21, and 10.
What?
You add all those together, and you get, that doesn't sound right. 21,
21,
10, no, that's a 10.
No. It's supposed to do
What?
this and look at him.
Where?
12, 21, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, these are all the goals added together. How many games were there? 15 when we added the frequency side. So you do 74, all the goals, divided by 15 games, and that would give you the thing.
I got 4.9.
4.9.
Just like that. What was the mean? Was it 4?
5.
Look at the numbers.
Use your brain, Joe.
5. Oh.
The 8th number was the median, and that was the 5.